up in this joint, man. Back up in the building, man. Sitting in the blue chair, man. Staying consistent. Staying consistent. Sitting in the blue chair, staying consistent, man. As I call it, my study room. Back in the building. Yep. 6:01, man. 6:01 in the morning time, man. See what we can come up with, man. What's good, Eric, man? It's all good, man. Welcome to the word of the day, man. Just like always, man. Yep, word of the day, man. Hope everybody had a good night's sleep. But I see we all up and understand that don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. And when you wake up, that's gone. But that's when we're at our best. We sleep. So in other words, sleep is good, man. And that's fact. Sleep is good. Yeah, but we're going to try to get this word of the day out of the way, man. So we all going on throughout our day, man. And we should already know what we're going to do. Because we was up yesterday, we had a whole day to plan for the day. And a man that fails to plan is a man that don't have no agenda, or woman. If you don't plan your day, or you don't plan the things you're gonna do in your life, you will lose. .603, man. 603. We're gonna get this word of the day, whether it's one person in here or was it 0 people in here, man. Because guess what? I believe in consistency, man. It pays off. Consistency pays off, man. That's for real. Yep. Once again, man, good morning, man. Welcome to the word of the day, man. Where we keep it 110. You educate me, and I educate you. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. And that's just the way it should be. Everybody walk away with something. The only person don't walk away with nothing is a person that didn't come to get nothing in the beginning. And that's real. Because like I always say, if I'm the smartest person in the room, we in trouble, man. But we can agree to disagree, and that's just the way life is. So, I'm going to give people a few more minutes to get in here, man. See what we can come up with. Some people might be still asleep at 6:05 in the morning. But those that's going places and got things to do, guess what? They probably was up before me. I'm just one of the ones that's always up anyway. Because I firmly believe don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. And when you wake up, that's gone. Yep. Ah, boy. Let's go, man. Let's go. It's motivation time, man. It should be self-motivated, man. We've been getting this word of the day on a consistent basis, man. And that's real. And I got something to say this morning, man. I really do. I got something to say this morning, man. Came to the old study room and grabbed back early this morning, man. I've been sitting in this chair for quite some time this morning, man. You know, that happens when you need to clear your mind, man, because you know the world full of distractions, man. You can get distracted by anything and everything, and sometimes everybody. And that's real. But you just gotta learn how to sidestep that shit and keep it pushing. You know? And that's all, man. Sidestep and keep it pushing, man. Yep. It is what it is, man. We're gonna do it a few more minutes, man. Yeah, we're gonna get a few more minutes, man, and we're gonna go on down through there like we always do. We got 23 minutes to spare, man, because you know I can't get number 30 minutes in the morning, man. Like I always say. If your shit is structured, you already know how much time you gotta stay in one place. I can come back tomorrow and tell you what I did the first 2-3 hours when I got up. 30 minutes was spent here again, the word of the day. It don't take long to get that word of the day out, man. I really don't see no need to spend 5 or 6 hours trying to get no word of the day, man. 30 minutes good enough, man. And I appreciate y'all for letting me get that 30 minutes out your life, man. That's 30 minutes you can't get back. And that's real. 2 more minutes, man. So they give me 20 minutes to get this thing out, man. What's good, Nate, man? What's good? See you up and at it, man. Appreciate you for tapping in word of the day, man. Those that's consistent, that's gonna be here. I'm gonna see their name every day show up in the chat. That means you up and you at it. You got somewhere to be. At least that's what I think. You know, but who am I? Shit, I don't know. You might just be up. Like everybody else. Sometimes people just wake up to wake up. But I hope you're waking up this morning with an agenda on bringing some extra value to your situation and to other people's situation. But we got 2 minutes for the word of the day, man. You know, for those that don't get it, you can get it on the playback. And that's for real. Yep. But it's an H2O day for me, man. I needed water this morning, man. You know. 1 more minute, man. You know, I give you 10 minutes to get in here, man, because I know it takes people 10 minutes to even get up. I hate for you to come to this screen. It's the first thing you do before you wash your face and brush your teeth. Because appearance is everything, man. I would never ever come to the screen without washing my face or brushing my teeth or without doing this right here. See, this shit right here matter to me. Because I'm finna get ready to go out. And I hate to go around people with rusty ass hands. That tell a lot about you. And that ain't not to say that you're not clean. It just means that you forgot to do that part of your body. You know. So now that that's out of the way, okay, it's 6:10. Let's get this word of the day, man, because we got 20 minutes, man. I don't want to hold y'all up. Word of the day is challenge, man. Challenge. In other words, every day is a challenging day, man, and it's challenging situations that will arrive in your life, man. Once again, the word of the day is challenge. And we are living in a challenging society, man, where you will get challenged by few or far or many, whether it be obstacles, whether it be people, you will be challenged, right? And some think that's the greatest challenge of all, but it's not. No, that's not the greatest challenge of all. That's really not the greatest challenge of all. The greatest challenge of all is self, man. And before I get into that, let me say this, right? We'll challenge other people or other situations, right? And we'll adhere to other situations and other people, right? Why? Because we think that's the greatest challenge of all. I once thought that too. I once thought that challenging other situations and other people was the greatest challenge of all, until I began to learn, man, hey, you missing something, right? But the greatest challenge of all is self. Some of us don't challenge ourselves. The reason why? It's harder to challenge other things and other people versus than challenging us. It's easy to challenge the next person to you or the next situation versus challenging self. And I know some of y'all saying, what do you mean, right? The biggest obstacle in getting through life, man, is us. Because we always put ourselves against ourselves. It's us that stop us from moving to the next level. Why? Because in certain areas of your life, you don't have confidence. And that's why you don't challenge yourself. You're afraid that your character will be tested. In other words, you're afraid to go around a clean glass. Why? Because you are the dirty glass. You are the dirty glass. So you're afraid to go around the clean glass. Why? Because you know you're going to be challenged. So we stay within ourselves. We stay within ourselves. And we're afraid to challenge self. But it's you that's going to get you to the next level. It's not the next person. It's not the situation. It's you. So challenging you is the best thing you can do, man. In other words, if you want to be the best version of you, it's a must that you challenge you, man. It is a must that you challenge self. Self-character is the most important thing in life, man. And I know sometimes people don't even care about their character. They don't care. And the reason why they don't care, because they feel like other people don't care. But that's not the case. But as long as you walking through life, man, not understanding that your greatest challenge in life is you, then you're going to forever be in your situation, man. And that's for real. And y'all already know I like to paint pictures in stories and put it on the canvas where you can see what I'm saying, right? So I'm going to do that. And I always use people that I'm close to. I either use me. Because I understand one thing. The people most of the time that I associate with have tough skin. And also do I. I have tough skin. I'm not easily offended by no one person or no one as far as saying anything to where they think they might offend me. It's water under the bridge when it comes to that, right? Because we all have our own opinion, so, and it's a freedom of speech, so to each his own. But let me say this, right? So, I have, a family member, right? I have a family member that can't adjust. What I mean by can't adjust, yes, he's been incarcerated. He's been incarcerated several times. But he only can adjust when he's inside of prison. He can't adjust to society. What's good? What's up, DP? It's all good, man. Word of the day, man. You know I'm giving it. I got 15 minutes and I got to get out of here, man. So for those that's coming in, hit that like button, man. And I don't expect it, be no number of people, because a lot of people sleep this morning, man, which is good with me, because those that got up, they let me know one thing. You got an agenda, you got places to be, you got places to go. The word of the day is challenge, man. And the biggest challenge in life is self. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt you headed to work. They need you inside their unit. And don't let nobody get jumped on this morning. Hit that like button. So, the word of the day is challenge, man. Challenge yourself, people. There's a lot of distractions out there, man. But you are your own worst enemy, man. You are what stop you from achieving anything you want to achieve in life, man. It's not the next person, and it's not the situation that you in. So please get rid of that. And never be afraid to get your character challenged, man. Always step up to the bell, man, and answer it. But at the same time, man, never get emotional. Never get emotional. In other words, old school saying, never let them see you sweat. Because the first time they see you sweat, they know they got you. So anyway, let me paint this picture, man, because 30 minutes is quick, and it leaves quick, and we can get into some conversations on this network, man, where it take hours to try to get through it, man. So, but I just want to acknowledge the people that's coming in, man, and try to bring them up to speed, man. So anyway, man, so yes, he's been incarcerated, right? And most of us don't adapt to society once we're free. In other words, we can't adjust. Sometimes things are moving too fast, or sometimes things are moving too slow. Or sometimes people just don't understand how to make the transformation from being incarcerated to free, right? And he falls up under that situation right there where he can't adjust to society. Why? For one, he feels like everybody owes him something. Let me say that again. He feels like everybody owed him something. And this just don't count for him. It counts for a lot of people that's been incarcerated. But weather report is this. If you've ever been incarcerated and you took your own freedom, and now that you are free again, no one person owes you anything. I repeat, if you've been incarcerated, nobody owes you anything. Why? Because you are so responsible for taking your freedom. And the people that you thought that was going to be there for you, that wasn't there for you, it's up to you. Why? Because you left those people. Those people didn't leave you. So please, if you've ever been incarcerated, do not come back to society thinking somebody owes you something. Because you are setting yourself up for a letdown. You're setting yourself up for a letdown. Make the necessary adjustments and put yourself back in the game. It's going to be a lot of work that you have to overcome. It's going to be a lot of distractions that you have to get through to get where you're going, unless you don't have anywhere to go. And I'm talking about life. It's easy to go back to prison. It's easy to return back to where you come from, right? And that falls right up under the category as self-challenging. A lot of people return back to their situations, man, because they don't challenge self. It's easy to challenge others in other situations versus challenge you. Why? Because once you challenge you, you find out that it ain't that easy for you to change yourself. It's easy for you to get in somebody else's business. And when it don't work out, you can just walk away. But you can't do that with self. That's why I say the hardest thing in the world to do is for a person, whether it's a man or woman of any stature, to challenge self and to change. Why? What falls into place when you try to challenge you and you try to change, your mind go to worry about what other people gonna think, what they gonna say if I accept this, what they gonna say if I do this. That alone is challenging. But it doesn't have anything to do with you challenging you. You are the sole person that are in control of you. Nobody controls you, only if you allow them to. And I understand some people from a mental standpoint are weaker than others. But it's a must that you gain control and recognize who you are in order for you to challenge yourself. And that's where it starts at. We as people have to understand that, man, that we're going to be in situations, man. The situation is going to be bigger than us. What do you do when the situation is bigger than you? Do you take off running? Or do you make the necessary adjustments to overcome your situation? And I'm not saying that everybody can do that. Everybody in life can't do that. When the situation is real huge, they walk away. Why? Because they don't accept the challenge. They feel from a mental standpoint that they can't handle it. So they walk away. What's up, Tiger? Yeah, they walk away. In other words, when the shit get too thick, they take the boots off and leave them at the front door. That's the person with no self-confidence. So he or she walks away and leave unfinished business. And I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know your situation. But I know one thing, if you throw a rock far enough and you in the bush and it hit that person I'm talking to, then they'll come out. They'll come out. But like I say, when I speak, I don't speak to one person. Because why? I don't know who's listening. You know your situation better than me. You know your situation better than me. But I understand this though. It's people that are in society that will hurry up and challenge the next person or the next situation versus challenging they self. Because self is a bad motherfucker. Self is bad. Why? Because people become complacent within inside themselves and they're afraid to change. They scared to change. They are actually terrified to make a self-changing situation or to change themselves. Why? Because they so concerned about what the audience gonna say. And when I say audience, I'm saying the people that are looking at them. People that are looking at them. And I'm not talking about people that's on this YouTube circuit. Because like I say, I just got here. I'm making my analysis on the people in society. I see them all the time. And when I paint my picture of people that I'm around. My family members, guys that have been incarcerated in my family. They are afraid to change. They're afraid to adjust. It's not they can't adjust, they are terrified. In other words, what I'm saying is more easy for them to be in prison than it is to be free. And I know some say, well, how is that? Because people run from responsibilities in society. They rather live up under that structure and in that system versus being out here paying bills and doing the right thing as far as ordinary people do. And why? Because it's no responsibility when you are inside of a system. So they rather go inside of a system versus staying right here. And it don't mean they institutionalized. It just means that people don't want to challenge themselves. They don't want to challenge themselves to be better than they were before. They want to stay the same person and live in the same situation forever. I find this to be true, man, that any man that has ever been traumatized as a kid growing up, and I don't know, it can be whatever kind of trauma it is, right? If he or she cannot adjust, they bring the trauma into adulthood. And once that happens, it plays out their whole life. If you've ever saw a person that's angry or mad every day, because there's no reason for any one person to be mad every day of their life. And there's no one situation that should upset you to where you mad every day. It's something wrong with that person. They have been traumatized early on, and all they did was spill into their adulthood. So why? They cannot find peace within self. They don't know how to change. Change is not in them. They will leave from this earth angry and mad at the world. And there's people out there like that. I see them all the time in the grocery stores. I see them all the time. People will not like you and don't even know you. Have you ever seen a person that you've been around, they say, man, I don't like that person. And you look at them like, damn, you fucked up. You don't even know that person. That's a person that's been traumatized early on in his life and has spilled over into adulthood. And these people are out here like that. But you have to be able to recognize them. And those are the type of people you do like Usain Bolt. You take off running away from them. You want no part of that. That individual is unstable from a mental standpoint. Why? Because he or she is afraid to challenge themselves and they're afraid to change. Change is good. It's kind of like, but it's hard. Change is hard. It's kind of like when you're moving from one house to the next and you'll begin to complain. Why? Because they don't want change. But change is good. It's people that has been stuck in the same position forever, man, because they don't want to change, man. They don't want to change. And it's only hindering, they self. But they don't care. So when you come around, they want you to accept the shit in their life when you know it's not good. It's kind of like you as a man meeting a woman and she been in a fucked up relationship, but she looking at you now as that same person that she was in a relationship with. In other words, she bringing that shit to you and she expect you to accept what she has going on inside of her mental. Why? Because she don't want to change. And that shit has nothing to do with you. That's a person that don't want to challenge themselves, and that's a person that don't want to change. Those are the type of people that you don't want to be associated with, right? Now, like I always say, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the room, because if I am, we in trouble. So don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I am not the smartest person in the room. But on the back end of that shit, I'm not the dumbest either. I'm not the dumbest. And when I paint pictures, I paint them because I want you to see where I'm coming from. Because sometimes a verbal is not good enough. Sometimes people are visual learners. And sometimes people have selective hearing. In other words, if you have selective hearing, you take away from the conversation the things that you want, and that other shit you throw it in the trash. In other words, you take away what hits home with you. Because we've all been through some shit. We've all been traumatized one way or another in our life. Whether you want to say you have or whether you want to say you haven't. It is a true finding that we've all been traumatized at some time in our life, whether it's been on a small level or a big level, right? And for me, being away from society for 20-some years, man, that was traumatizing. Yeah, that was traumatizing to me, right? Why? Because I went to a place that I wasn't accustomed to. In other words, I stepped inside of a war zone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? But I understood one thing, though. In order for me to make it through this motherfucking war, I have to adjust to the situation. I have to adjust to my surroundings. And most of all, I have to adjust to the people that are here with me. Because I'm not here with people that's going to church every day or people that was appreciated in the world. I'm here with people that has been convicted of crimes. Some crimes are more horrendous than the others. And I had to understand that hey, the only way you're going to adjust to this shit is you have to mentally challenge yourself and you have to change. You cannot expect these people in here to be fair on either side of the fence, whether it's inmate or laws. Why? Because I fucked up. So I've been here with fucked up people. And for 25 years, I was in there with fucked up people. So I had to make an adjustment. I had to make a hell of an adjustment from a mental standpoint to understand, hey, the only way you're gonna break free of this shit, man, you have to change. Why? Because it's next level coming up. And what I mean by next level, one day you're gonna be free. And if you go back out there with the same person doing the same shit, you're gonna get the same fucking results. And that's all the way around in life. Even for those that have never been incarcerated. And I know we know sometimes it's like people in the world. People are locked in within their mind. They are incarcerated within their mind. Why? Because they think they can't achieve certain things in the world because it's not, in other words, it's not in their format. So that's why they don't challenge themselves to do it. You know, they let multiple opportunities pass by without even trying to accomplish those things. They just let it go. And on the back end of that, when it's too late, they'll recognize then, damn, I had that same opportunity, but I didn't step forward. Those are people that are afraid to challenge themselves and are afraid to change. You have so many people that stuck in oppressed situations right now. They're living in low-income housing area. Why? Because they settled in. They're scared to challenge the world within itself. So what do? They let people that have been incarcerated for a substantial amount of years come out here and surpass them. And then they'll see you and ask, hey man, how you get that? You had the same opportunity that I did, but the thing that was different between me and you is I'm not afraid to lose. I'm not afraid to challenge myself. And I think that's how some people should look at it. If you have been in society and you've never been anywhere, and if you've known people to stay gone for a substantial amount of time and come out here and surpass you, that says a lot about you. That says a lot about you. That means you're afraid to challenge yourself and you don't want to change. You are so accustomed to your situation. In other words, you have become complacent. Like I said, man, the word of the day is challenge and change. And it starts with self. We as people have to understand that there's no greater challenge in life than us. There's no greater challenge in life than us. But it starts with self. In other words, like the great Michael Jackson said, take a look at the man in the mirror. You wake up with you every morning. You know what you're capable of. You know the things that hold you back. You know what you're afraid of. Only you know that. But when you begin to change that and you challenge that, that's when things will change for you. And you'll get to a space in the area in your life where you want to be. It's people waking up right now, man, that are on the back end of nothing. They have nothing. They wake up every morning to do nothing. Don't become that person, man. Don't check that box. Challenge yourself, man. Use people that you know that have struggled in life for your example. In other words, the only way you can achieve where you're trying to go, you have to have something to measure situations up against, man. You have to have something to measure situations up against. And if you as a person, man, cannot measure your situation up against a situation that was far less than yours or greater than yours, then that lets you know, man, you're not moving. There's no progress that's being made in your life, man. It's the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. 2024 is nearing, man. It's coming up. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? I don't know what you're gonna do. I'm only here to put something on your mind. I'm only here to put something on your mind. I can't tell you what to do. If you're in a situation, man, and you stuck and you don't want to change it, then what I say is not gonna make any difference, man. But if you woke up this morning and you have nothing in store for your situation in your life, you might well go back to sleep, man. Because once you wake up, that dream is gone. Like I said, once you wake up, that dream is gone. Because in the real world, nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. So if you've been walking through life, sleepwalking, and think it's gonna change, it's not. It's not. But remember this, man, the greatest challenge in life is you. It's you that is stopping you from achieving anything that you want to achieve in life, man. We all have the same 24 hours in a day and 7 days a week. The only difference between me and a lot of people Every day for me is game 7. I have no plan B. It's only plan A. Once again, every day for me is game 7. I have no plan B. I only have plan A. Because I understand one thing. The greatest challenge in life for me is to always challenge me. I am my own worst enemy, just like everybody else. But what I am not afraid to challenge me. So like I say, the word of the day is challenge, man. Challenge yourself, man, to be a better person than you were yesterday, man. And for those that tapped in, man, make sure you hit that likes button. And for those that just now discovering the channel, subscribe, man. And we here every morning, 6 a.m. sharp, consistent, giving the word of the day. Who knows what the word of the day might do for you? Until tomorrow, 6 a.m. sharp, remember this. Go to www.com, OG Hollywood Speaks, and get that Savage Drive gear, because it takes a savage out here in this society, and you have to have the drive to challenge who you are and what you want to become. Until then, salute.